Hi guys, I'm sure you've selected my vid because you have just heard about Bitcoin or Bitconnect, or you just want to know how to make money regardless of all the criticisms by those who don't know shit, right? Right, okay, so you will 100% understand this method by the end of a short 5 minutes. You'll run into a lot of videos that are running about 45 minutes at the end of them, still don't know what's going on. So my purpose is to provide you with the simplest form of understanding this since you have not gotten involved in the world of cryptocurrency yet. So I'm not going to teach you the markets. I'm not going to delve into each coin. I'm not going to talk about mining. I am not going to talk about the in-depth mathematical derivatives of the bot who projected the exponential growth factor, blah, blah, blah. But strictly to explain how Bitconnect works, showing you why you should at least invest the minimum in order to gain those high profits that everyone in the market is experiencing. So let's first take a look at the excuses that you have for not investing yet. One I hear is I don't understand it, so I'm not willing to invest my money and risk losing. So I'm going to talk about that twofold. First of all, what are you really losing? It's $100. So that's an extremely low risk at too low of a probability that a shutdown will actually occur. You know, that's what everyone is worried about, saying the bubble will burst or it's a Ponzi scheme, et cetera, et cetera. So what are you really losing? Again, that's very highly unlikely that that is going to happen if it ever does. You know, $100, if that's going to make or break your life, you have a little bit more issues to deal with there. So all you really need to know how to understand is to log in and reinvest your money daily. So if you fully comprehend everything in this video, great. If not, still great, because you're going to be making passive income regardless. So it's a no-brainer. The second one, I'm broke. Well, I can tell you that I am probably the most broke, which is why I was the most interested in getting over 1,000% return on my money every year. So I scraped up the 100. Actually, in my case, I did $150. I also hear that it's too good to be true. It's not too good to be true because it can literally be explained by simple math. The reason that the high profits are gained is due to compounding interest. So the spreadsheet I'm about to show you is going to clear that up if you don't understand what compounding interest is. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And like I said, I started with $150, but we can see here, just for the purpose of this video, we're going to use the amount of $100. So as you can see, your first amount that you have invested is $100. That's USD currency. The average interest rate is 0.9. That number is generated by the bot, or the trading bot is what they're calling it. So that leads over here to your interest gained column. That is the interest that you're gaining per day. And then you have a lending wallet accumulation. So what that is when you sign up for Bitconnect, you will have a lending wallet, and it works just like a regular wallet in real life. It holds your money and it accumulates. So as you can see here, the investment is being multiplied by the average interest, giving you an interest gained, and you are accumulating money. So as we can see here on day 12, we have this green block. This green block indicates $10. You have now accumulated $10, actually $10.80. And the reason that the $10 mark is so important is because that's the minimum reinvestment mark. So at $10, you want to reinvest that $10. So you're literally going to click on that button on Bitconnect that says reinvest. It's going to put that money over here on top of your capital. So now you have $110. So $110 has now grown from the 100. So every time that capital grows, so does your accumulation wallet. So as we do that, every time we come to one of these reinvestment blocks, our capital is growing, which means it's becoming a higher number multiplied by that same interest rate is going to cause a high number to happen over here. So as we go on with this compounding interest method, this is what compounding interest is, you will see how close these green blocks get to each other. So you have 2 days here. You're reinvesting $10 every 2 days, every 1 day. And as we continue moving on, now those reinvestments are joined together, meaning you are reinvesting this amount on a daily basis back to back. So now we are reinvesting $20 a day. And we've come to 1 year, so 365 days. Your capital is now $2,480. You're reinvesting $20 a day with an occasional $30 back to back. Now $30 a day back to back with the occasional $40. And $40 back to back with the occasional $50. So as you can see, this is how compounding interest works. Your capital is getting larger because you're reinvesting this money, and now you're able to reinvest more and more per day. So let's get to the 2-year mark. So at 2 years, my capital is now at $65,240. Now you are reinvesting $590 per day. So as you can see, as this goes, in another 365 days, that's 3 years total, you're going to reach $250,000. And remember, you can take that interest out on a daily basis. What you cannot take out, and everybody's so worried about the fact that you can't get your capital back. Well, you can. What you don't want to do is take your capital out anyways. You have to keep it in there for the 299 days based on the Bitconnect schedule. The reason for that is so that you can continue compounding all this interest. You want to make that $250,000 in that 3-year time frame. You can, however, take your reinvestment or the investment that you have gained in interest out daily. But you don't want to do that. So again, back to, I don't want to put my money in, I'm going to lose it. You're really not losing anything. You are able to pull that initial capital out at the end of that 299 days, but you don't want to do that because the compounding interest is what's making your long-term profit. So back to what I was talking about earlier, you can work this thing however you want. I'm showing the purpose of, starting off with $100. I started off with $150. And what I was also planning on doing was, say you get paid every 2 weeks, I'm going to go ahead and add money to my capital so that I get these reinvestment marks quicker. So say day 14, that's payday. I want to add $100 out of my pay. As you can see, that's going to bring this amount up. So day 28, another payday, I want to add another $100. It's going to bring this amount up. So as these amounts go up, these blocks, these reinvestment points are going to get closer and closer together. So as you can see, just to sum this all together, your capital at the end of 2 years has reached $65,240. Like I said, you can work this thing any way you want, but the main purpose here to explain is that in this 3 years, and I'm just using these numbers as examples, you will be guaranteed to have this $250,000, and you're able to take this interest out at any time that you want. So what I'm going to do, the only thing you need to know how to do now is how to buy that Bitcoin, transfer that to the Bitconnect platform, and get your money invested in the Bitconnect platform. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to include my email and a link at the bottom of this video, and also a link to Bitconnect so that you can go ahead and sign up for that. And if you have any questions about how to get your money in there, you can go ahead and email me, ask me any questions. I'll do my best to help you out there. Otherwise, all you need to know how to do is sign up for Bitconnect, which I'm going to put that at the end of my video. You'll see the link there. Sign up, get started, and start reinvesting your money and get your $250,000 in 3 years.